The kickstand is a fundamental biomechanical movement that we want to learn to incorporate in order to level our pelvis in the lateral plane. And the way to do that is starting with the Tai Chi posture stance, even distribution of weight, and then just backing up one foot a little bit. Working on a positive shin angle and drawing your back leg's knee towards your front leg's big toe. And you see that shift that happened there in my pelvis? It levels out. And then you can work on hinging at the hips. And this trains adductors as well as posterior hip capsule range on the outside glute of your front leg. This is also a really safe space in its compression and open up things like the deep squat. But it's also a fundamental movement when we want to, or a fundamental adjustment when we want to train the Patrick step more intentionally. So we begin with the Patrick step solely as an isolated ankle movement. We've then talked about breaking at the hips for a little bit more range. But when you really want to bring that into a deeper pistol squat, say, you need ankle strength and mobility, knee strength and mobility, and posterior hip capsule mobility. So in order to do that, you need to create space in the posterior capsule, which we're training through the daily posterior capsule mobilizations. And then you work on making that a dynamic and coordinated movement by going through your cues. Positive shin angle, take the back leg's knee, drive towards the front leg's big toe, hinge at the hips, loading that posterior capsule, kickstand. This is gonna make you super resilient and train muscle memory when you just go to do simple things, biomechanically sound in part of your daily routine. You start to move properly to where training exercises like the split squat don't really feel imbalanced anymore because you have these cues to go through. Okay, front leg, knee to opposite toe, level pelvis, clean execution. So you can make this more advanced and move through the kickstand progressions by staggering your Tai Chi posture stance and working in just super abbreviated kickstands. And you can feel that in the hamstrings, the inner groin, the posterior hip. Ideally, I'm loaded right here, so I can explode and completely take my back out of the equation. Loaded. That's the kickstand. It's the fundamental progression after training single joint exercises, moving towards loading the ankles, knees, and hips into more dynamic, biomechanically correct functional movements. Good luck.